Hey y'all, this is Allison hanging out in my space to craft, and I'm ready to do my first page kit. This is a little bit of a cheater page kit. I didn't build it per se. I'm just pulling out this I Love Winter by Echo Park. I haven't even gone through the individual papers yet, but I know that the papers will work with these fun snow photos of my daughter up at college. And I have these great snowflake dies. So I've cut some snowflakes. I got 3 full ones and 2 partials out of that. And then I might be able to punch a few more smaller snowflakes. Now I've just done this on this scrap. I'm gonna add a white or a cream maybe, but since I didn't have the paper out, I wasn't sure. And I may just use some of this paper to make some snowflakes as well. So I have these alphas, and that's really all I have. I haven't pulled out any other winter-themed ephemera. I may look and see what I have, though. I didn't do that when I pulled this. I just knew I wanted to break into a new kit. So let's see. Now I've got 4 pictures. It would be fun to do, she did build a snowman. So let's look at the sticker sheet. Flurries of Fun, I think, is a great title. I could also just use snow and do snow day. But I think the Flurries of Fun would be cute. So I can definitely pull in a whole bunch of this stuff. There's also a border with snowflakes on it. I like that. And Winter Fun. So I think something with a border across the bottom, maybe. Or a shelf across the top. Maybe we'll just do a border top and bottom. Make it simple. That is some fun paper. They were not ice skating, and I don't love that, but that's really nice. Ooh, that one's fun for a background. I like that. What else do we have? This, I think this is better for skiing with the wood and stuff. Lots of snowflakes there. This one's cute. I like the snowman. I know there are a bunch of cut-aparts in here too. I'm definitely going to use this snowman. Was there a big snowman on the sticker sheet? Nope, there's not a big snowman on the sticker sheet. So I'm going to fussy cut this out. Yep. Because they did make an attempt at a snowman. Now, for now, I'm going to cut it as a cut apart, but I may fussy cut him out. And if I'm going to do a grid, and these are all landscape, so let's see if there are any of these that can go landscape. What if I did like a whole grid? The snowman can sit here. And then I might be able to tuck some of these in. That one will go sideways. That's about the only one. All right. It also got really, really cold while they were there. Oh, and more strips. Okay, we're definitely going to do some strips. I think if I'm gonna do, see, I like the graphic look of the strips with this. What do I want for my background? Nope, I'm really liking this. I know it's busier, but I really like it. But I'm going to tone it down, not tone it down, but I'm gonna add that. All right, well, let me think on this and I'll come back when I have a few of these strips cut out and an idea of a plan. I'm going to mat these photos on something dark. I think this. So I'm gonna mat these photos and then I'll come back. All right, well, I went away and I completely changed what I decided to do, and I like it much, much better. So I've done a 4 1/4 inch strip of that blue polka dot paper instead of matting the photos individually. And then this strip that I really liked, I'm going to do vertical. And so I'm going to do not quite a half and half, but I'm going to do some vertical strips on half of the page. And here I'm thinking I'm going to scoot it all the way over, but I'm not. Just because I want to leave a little bit of that plaid on the other side. And I'm going to end up moving this when I remember that I also wanted to include a border strip on here. So I'm inking everything, and I chose to ink with walnut because the hat on this little snowman that I fussy cut out, also off screen, is definitely chocolate colored and not black. So we're going with that slightly softer color. And then I decided not to double mat the photos. Just keeping this page relatively simple. You can see I have all of those snowflakes ready to add onto it. Now I'm going to mess around with things and end up moving some things, because at this stage, the one thing you will notice I have forgotten is a journaling block, and I definitely want my daughter to be able to journal about this. This was the first big cold snap she had at college and the first snow that she had at college. We've had a little bit of snow at our house once, I think, and she's been skiing and stuff, but this was different. This was first a lot of snow, really cold, and kind of where she lives. Winnie, it's okay, honey. Shh. I was struggling this this punch. It's a snowflake punch. It's not working very well. There are a few parts of it that aren't cutting. I need to see if I can maybe cut some aluminum foil and if that might sharpen it a bit. And this paper is layered a little bit, and so some of the layers are coming apart in the punch, which is somewhat frustrating, but that's okay. But I get, I think I have 2 of them on the page, so I just wanted something a little bit smaller, you know, a smaller snowflake to include. And that's why I wanted to add that. Now this is going to end up moving a lot toward the end. I managed to pull everything off without damaging anything. But we're gonna. Sorry, my puppy dog is on my lap and barking for no reason. Just talking to me. So I like this, but again, I'm gonna need to add a journal. So I liked this. I'm just looking for things off the sticker sheet to add, you know, another kind of texture. And to add some splashes of color also. I really like this red and the 2 different colors of teal together. It's a really nice combination. I guess I could have added those mittens off that sheet too. This is where I'm like, let's make a tag. So I have a little tag punch that's really quick and easy to use. So I pull that out. It's not a ton of writing space, and then I picked a piece of paper that was lighter so that writing can be seen on it easily. And then I just have to adjust these things a little bit so that they work together. All right, so I'm happier with that, and you can still see that I have a triangle of those snowflakes. And I'm just gonna go get some twine to finish off that tag. And one thing I'm just double checking the stickers. And there was one that I had wanted to use originally that says snow on it. And I'm going to connect it from the snowman. And then I'm just adding some stickles, some little glitter stickles to the center of each of the snowflakes, just to add a little sparkle to the page. And then I'm going to do, and I ended up picking some really dark gray enamel dots. The blue was a little bit off, and I didn't want to add another blue to the page, and so I'm just using these. And it's a color that wouldn't go on a lot of other pages, so I'm okay with using almost all of them on this. And I think that's it. Let's do some close-ups. Please give this video a thumbs up and check and see if you're subscribed to my channel. And if not, please subscribe. Feel free to pass it on to any of your crafty friends. And come on back to my space to craft. I've got lots more to do. Thanks, y'all.